Hi, Steve Petrato here from Horizon Hobby. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to have a successful first flight with your 350 QX3. There's a couple important things to remember when getting your model ready to fly, and that is to make sure you have a charged flight battery, make sure you have a charged transmitter battery or transmitter batteries, that's the AA's in your DX4, and that we also want to make sure that everything on the model is in working mechanical order. That means propellers don't have any chips, the propellers are screwed on tight, everything is correctly mounted, the landing gear are on, the gimbal's on there. We want to make sure the model is in tip-top shape before we go out and fly. The first thing we're going to do is go ahead and turn on our transmitter and check our battery voltage on the transmitter. That's really easy to do, so we'll go ahead and grab that. We're going to go and make sure that our flight mode switch is all the way up, make sure that our gimbal control or throttle control switch is all the way up, and then we're going to turn the radio on. We've already installed a brand new set of AA's, so I know these are charged, but just in case, the radio does give us an indication with these 4 LEDs up top. The one on the right is fully charged, so that's going to be what I look for when I turn the radio on. This radio is fully charged. Let's go ahead and set that aside. Then we're going to take our flight battery. The flight battery, I know I charged this before we started here, but let's go ahead and install it in the model. We're going to go ahead and raise up the GPS mast here to get it out of the way. Then we're going to open up our battery hatch. Set that aside. We're going to slide this flight battery in this side first, leaving the wires towards the rear of the model. And we'll go ahead and move the lead out of the way, move it away from the hook and loop straps. Go ahead and push it in there, strap it in with the hook and loop. I'm going to grab our battery lead here and plug it in. All right, plug that in. Now I'm going to take my balance tab from my battery and just kind of tuck it off to the side and spin the wires once and push them into the model. Once you have those in, you can take your battery hatch and close the whole system off. I'm going to go ahead and lower the GPS mast so that it's ready to be raised when we go outside. All right, the next thing we need to do is turn the model on, and we'll look at the light that comes on after it boots, and it will give us an indicator if the flight battery is actually charged. If it's green, it's good. If it's yellow, the battery is about half charged. If it's red, you need to not fly the model. You need to go ahead and get a new flight battery or charge the one that's in it. All right, so we're going to go ahead and turn it on here. Reach below. There is a switch down here. We've already plugged in the battery, so we'll go ahead and turn that switch on. The model will boot. That green light tells me the battery is charged right there. If that green light was yellow or red, that tells me that it's not fully charged. Now, we're indoors right now, and you can see that right now it's in smart mode, which is the green light. It's searching for GPS, which is not going to get it in here, but it is searching for GPS. We're going to let the gimbal initialize. We can go ahead and set that up on our phone if we need to. Now we're ready to go outside. When we do go pick a place to fly, we want to make sure we're in a big open field where there's no obstructions, no power lines, no cars, no people, no big electronic boxes that can mess with the compass calibration. You want to make sure you're in a nice open area that's easy to fly in. Once you found a good safe place to fly, the first thing you'll need to do is turn your transmitter on. Then you're going to turn the model on, then you can raise the GPS mast. During this time, it'll be searching for GPS, and that is indicated by a blinking light. It will be a different color depending on which flight mode you're in, but for instance, in this case, we're in smart mode, and it is blinking slowly. Once this light turns solid green, then we know we have a solid GPS lock. You'll also hear a tone to tell you that you have GPS lock. All right, now that we have GPS lock, we've got our quadcopter out in a nice open area where there's no obstructions or any kind of electronic devices around that could affect GPS performance. We're going to go ahead and start the model, take off, and enjoy our first flight. To do that, there are 2 flight start procedures to start the model. The first one being using your left stick, going full down, left, right, center. That starts the model. The other way to start the model is to take both sticks and pull them into any corner. So we'll pull straight and into the center. Let go. That starts the model. All right, so right now we're defaulted in smart mode. We're going to go ahead and take off. To do that, all we're going to do is take our left stick and raise it up for about a couple seconds. There for you. When I let go, it's going to lock into GPS. It's going to lock into the altitude that we left it. So you can see I'm really not doing anything here, and it's kind of cruising by itself. Now, if I want to fly around, I can use the right stick to fly around. The left stick points the camera or yaws it. Now, if I want to flip into AP mode, all I'll need to do is grab my flight mode switch here, click it down 1. You'll see that the flight mode goes from green to purple. And now we're in AP mode. So now we have full AP mode controls. And now if I want to bring the gimbal down, all I need to do is take my gimbal control switch, flip it down to gimbal control, and then pull the throttle stick down, and you'll see the gimbal go down. Now if I go back up to throttle control, I now have throttle control of the model, and I'm going to go ahead and bring it in. We've completed our first flight. Bring it in, slowly lower the left stick down so the model descends. And just kind of settle it in nice, get it on the grass, pull the stick all the way down, and then hit the throttle kill button right here. Boom, motors are off. You just completed your first flight. Hopefully it was a lot of fun. Thanks guys, and enjoy your 350 QX.